Here's why advertising for Social Security and disability lawyers is important to me. Hello, I'm Dan Kirkpatrick with Kirkpatrick Creative, an advertising agency specializing in measurable injury law firm advertising. Our advertising agency works for firms that advertise to injured and disabled folks, usually people that have never used a lawyer before. They don't have a lawyer on retainer. They don't know or care that a disability attorney is about the only way to really get the advocacy they need to survive devastating situations. And it all sounds real clinical when we use marketing lingo like devastating situations. It gets really personal when you see it in action. We interviewed a woman from South Mississippi who quite matter-of-factly told a story of how she had been working at the shirt factory where she'd dutifully been employed for over 20 years. She candidly shared that she had just started dropping tools out of her hands unexpectedly while on the job. Her situation worsened. She needed medical care, so her truck driver husband drove her to a hospital in Memphis for a diagnosis, and she had a tumor in her brain that was causing debilitation of her motor skills, to the point that she needed around-the-clock care. Her husband wasn't able to provide it. He had to be on the road earning an income. So she continued to try to take care of herself. Her situation worsened exponentially when she learned that her insurance refused to cover the surgery and any of the rehabilitation, and her disability was summarily designed when she made her application. I'll never forget her statement. My hope was gone, and I was just going to go on home. No whining. This tough woman had worked all of her life in a shirt factory, and she was just out of options. She was one tough woman. She held my admiration. One of the client firms of our advertising agency met with her, got her medical attention. He even got into the surgery situation and had the pleasure of telling her while she's coming out of surgery that her disability payments had finally been approved. It was a beautiful picture of some advocacy on the part of a young lawyer for a disabled woman, and it happened because of advertising. It's just not wrong to advertise to these clients. They need advocacy. Lawyer advertising in this case meant that a woman who wasn't able to continue to work at the shirt factory in South Mississippi had an advocate that she deserved. Kirkpatrick Creative is proud to advertise for law firms that work as legal champions for folks enduring personal injury, bankruptcy, and Social Security and disability issues. We've seen advocacy, and we've seen it for people that don't get it for themselves. I'll never forget the lessons I learned that day. Thank you for what you do.